Okay, well, my name's Michelle. I met Robert in 2003 or 4. I'm not sure when exactly, but it was 2003. First went to him for some stress-related issues, some mental issues, childhood issues, and learned a lot of the tapping techniques to deal with that. Some of you were here last time, and I shared a little bit about a childhood trauma that happened that I put it deep down inside that I didn't deal with for years and years. Went through bad relationships, went through being on 15 medications at one point, psychologist, psychiatrist, I did them all. And when Robert came and spoke where I was working, and it was really strange. It was kind of like what he was talking about, the God thing. I was searching for something. The pills weren't doing it. Bad relationships weren't doing it. And when he came and talked to us, I thought, I wonder, okay, this worked on this headache. I wonder how far you could take something like this. And so I went with him. I did see him one-on-one also, and it does really help to do that, especially if you're coming up on an event that you know is going to be stressful, a family reunion or something where you know there's going to be a lot of stress. In my case, it was a divorce case. And anyway, I just started using it, but I hadn't applied it to weight loss. I was using it for headaches, physical pain, psychological issues, but I had not applied it to weight loss. And I was slowly gaining more and more weight. Anytime I dealt, why do we eat? I don't know, but I was eating a lot. I guess to avoid ourselves, to avoid our feelings. And so after I got divorced, and I thought, my God, I've got to start dating possibly, And, I feel horrible about myself. How is somebody else going to even want to be around me if I feel so bad about myself? And so I started using his technique. I started actually using it for weight loss. I want to say it was probably, maybe in 2005 that we first started doing it for weight loss. And since August of 2005, I've lost 97 pounds. Yeah, 97 pounds. I use it for, I believe it was August. It hasn't been, you know what, it's not fast, but I didn't want it to be. It was at first. It was fast. But I even tapped that I wouldn't just lose it. I wanted it to stay off. And so, and I wanted to stay healthy too. I didn't want to do it, some wacko way. I wanted to stay healthy. So I tapped to eat the right foods, to stop when I was full, and to exercise. That's a big one. I tapped constantly to have the energy to exercise, the desire. I tap a lot for the desire to do something. So I've used his technique for, I still use it I use it all the time. And another thing I used it for was, and it was interesting when you were saying the affirmation about being I was reading some of those other affirmations about being yourself. Okay, I'm kind of strange in that I'm kind of childlike. You know that from I go on MySpace, I have a page, and it's really a goofy page. But you would not believe the lives I have touched from that page. It is simply amazing. I get about 100 emails a day from people saying, you made me laugh today. I got up, I looked at your page, and I laughed. Thank you, thank God for you. And I got one from a little girl. And this is my personality finally coming through, and I've learned to accept it. I'm goofy. I'm a dork. I'm always going to be. And if people don't like it, they're not going to like it. It's just the way it is. And a little girl sent me an email last week. She was 13, and she lived in Redmond. I believe it's Redmond, Washington. And she said, I just looked at your page, and she said, and I want you to know that if I lived closer to you, we would definitely hang together. And she said, my mom says that I can't send you a friend's request because your page is a little adult. She goes, but I want you to know that I'm looking so forward to being 47 because I think it'll be a blast. And I thought that was so sweet. And she's like, and I thought that was so sweet to say. But that's from the tapping, too, because when my personality starts to come through, part of me wants to say, oh, don't do that. Bring that back. That's goofy. That's stupid. Don't get on that horsey outside Walmart. That is stupid. You're a grown woman. And then I'm like, I tap and I'm like, why not? Why not? So we've got films of that too. Films of a lot of lovely stuff. And but that's from tapping too. That's allowed me to be who I am and not what other people expect. You know, just to let my personality come through. Because people are either going to like you or they're not. And so, another benefit of it.
It's just so funny. We might have a lot of the same issues because her story is like, even with the news thing I said, like you see, like the tsunami. And I would just feel guilty that I survived, guilty that I have enough food to eat, you know, guilty that I have money in the bank. You know, you would see people suffering, you know, in other parts, and it's like, you can't do enough, you can't give enough, and it's like you would try to eternalize it or ignore it, but you would just feel bad about it. You know, I had that thing too, to where I would just see stuff on TV and I would just take it way, way too personal. And like one thing I had to learn how to do is, you know, just deal with it, you know, realize that that's not my responsibility, you know, do what I can when I can, and then just let it go, because you can't just eternalize. And me, I'm a white person too. Well, if he was having problems like with Virginia, why didn't he just kill himself? Why did he have to take all those poor college students out? You know, college is hard enough already, you know. And I was like, okay, Stephanie, just leave it alone. You'll never know why he did what he did. You know, just pray that you can make the difference in young people's lives, that they can make better decisions, that they don't have to get to that point, because that's just what world we live in, and you can't keep questioning everything, why, or making it your personal problem. And, you know, one of the things that she said. And then accepting yourself, because especially as women, I think we just try to fit the mold or the role that everyone else makes for you. You know, you got to be a good cook. You got to be pretty. You got to wear heels. You need a little makeup, you know. That skirt's a little too long. That skirt's a little too short. You know, you're so busy listening to messages of what you should be. You know, like I said, I got to be a grown woman, 30-something years old. You don't even know who you are or what you like, you know. You eat the food your mother fed you, because that's just what you know, and you don't even branch outside of that. All the restaurants that I eat at are the restaurants that other people took me to. And so, okay, we always ate at McDonald's, so I'm going to go to McDonald's. My mother never ate at Burger King. I never eat at Burger King. You know, you don't even try new stuff, because you just kind of get stuck in the mold of what other people kind of told you. And, I'm not good on dates. I must have said, did I come to the first seminar in 2004? Or was that about 2004. And mine was weight loss. I was just at that desperate. I had the Pondemon. I lost a lot of weight on Pondemon. And then they outlawed it, you know. Then there went my fix. And then I just gained all the way back. I did everything. I can't think of anything that I didn't do, you know, all of it. The exercise robotic tables, aquatics, cabbage soup, Slim Fast. I'm trying to see if there's something I didn't do, but I don't think there is. Nutrisystem, yeah, I think I did them all. And so I think that I told people, it's like, I was the magnet weight loss. Anything, I'm telling you, like I said, it could be a sign 2 miles down the road that said weight loss, and I could see it. People would be amazed. How'd you see that sign? It's like I was just getting to a point to where I was so desperate that I don't even know how I saw Robert's flyer over there. I was just walking in like this, and I was just so I saw it, weight loss. You know? And I read the flyer. I didn't know anything about tapping. I was new to the church. He had my 2 favorite words on there: weight loss and free. Free seminar ain't weight loss. Big weight loss, big free, big. I was like, okay. So I came to the first seminar.